Hello everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. Something I've never really done before, but I love watching people do them, so I figured why not. We're going to clean and reorganize my bookshelf, or shelves, and then I'm also going to answer some questions in between. I got some from TikTok, from some of the, what do you call them? Like the filters that you can do and stuff, so I saved a bunch of those. So if you ever want to leave questions, I usually ask my TikTok for any questions you might have. So if you want to ask some on there, I would appreciate that. But without any further ado, because this video is going to be pretty long, I already have a feeling. So I've been, I don't know where you guys all live, but where I live, it's been allergy season, so I'm already getting sick and getting like stuffy and gross. So I figured it's about time to clean my bookshelves. They've been kind of collecting dust for a little bit. I just put it off because it's just such a big job and I just don't ever have the energy to do it. But it's time. So we're going to go through each shelf, and then as I'm putting them back, I'll show you guys what I have, what books I have, as I'm putting them back, to kind of do a bookshelf tour too at the same time. We'll see. We're going to go with it. So, first things first, I'm going to take these down. It's going to be interesting because I'm short. So, it's going to be interesting to see how well I can clean this, but shouldn't be too much of an issue. Oh, those are heavy. Okay. So, you know, scaring my dog. Okay. Okay, you know what? Cool. That's what you get for putting it on the edge of your dresser. I'm not going to show you guys the current state of my dresser because it's a mess. But we're not here to talk about that. So, we're not going to talk about it. So, that was fun. So now, I'm going to answer a question quick first. So, do you ever read nonfiction or memoirs? I can't talk today, it's fine. Or memoirs? If yes, what are some that you really enjoyed? So, I don't read very many of them. I would love to read more of them. If you have any recommendations, feel free to leave those down below. But one that I have read, that I really liked, was Matthew Perry's, who is one of them that I have to put on this shelf again. But yes, I loved reading this. It was so interesting. I learned a lot, and I love him. I miss him. It's fine. So now let's see what we talk about. These two are my mom's, and she keeps some on my bookshelf in here because it's just easier that way. So just put those back in their spot. And then, starting with these heaviest ones. One thing you might not know about me, because I don't talk about this very often on my channel, maybe I should talk about it more, but one thing I don't talk about enough is the obsession I had with One Direction in high school. To be honest, I still listen to their music sometimes because it just makes me happy, and I have a big soft spot for them. So yeah, let's put these two big ones back. I loved them when I was younger. And let's be honest, I still do. Stay. R.I.P. Liam. He was my favorite too. I can't. And then this shelf, honestly, is a random shelf. Nonfiction, memoirs, and some other books about horses, and a book about dogs. And then if you didn't know, I am a huge Heartland fan, the TV show on CBC. So I bought Graham Wordle's photography book, and it's really cool, and I just keep it on that shelf. So those are the ones that are going on this shelf so far. Last but not least is a friend that I used to be friends with online. We haven't talked in quite a while now, but her name's Emily, and she wrote a book called Breaking Castle Walls, which is really cool. It's very big. That's her on the back. So I will leave her stuff down below, her links and stuff if I can find them. But yeah, I have a really cool memory of getting her book. It was really fun. So I'm gonna put that there. It's pretty big and takes up a good amount of space, so that's nice. And then those are not going to stay. Okay. And then this is also a shelf that I keep like YouTubers books on. So I have Cordially Invited by Zoella. And then I have the first and second Magpie Society books that I haven't read yet, and I probably should. And then I have Girl Online on Tour and the original Girl Online. I think I have the third one too, but I'm not sure where it is right now. But I'm positive that I have it. Just not sure where it's at. But yes, I keep those on here. It's just like a miscellaneous shelf. And then, of course, my Matthew Perry book goes right in the front, like that. Beautiful. So that is that first shelf done. This is going to be a bigger job than I expected. How long are we on? 8 minutes already. Fun. Let's answer another question before I start. How much does your mood affect your enjoyment of a book? Completely affects it. I am a big mood reader. So, obviously, my mood very much reflects what I'm reading at the moment. So if I'm in the middle of something and my mood changes, I'll come back to that book when my mood comes back for it. But yeah, I am a big mood reader, so it very much depends on the mood when I'm reading. And I wish I wasn't so much of a mood reader, because there's so many books that I would love to finish. I just can't do it right now, so here we are. Yeah, I'm too much of a mood reader. And I wish I could change that, but I cannot. So this shelf is a Bardugo shelf. Strictly. Puppy's in here too, so if you hear her at all. So this is my Bardugo shelf, because I am obsessed with her books. Funny story, I actually haven't read Six of Crows yet. So, I know I need to, obviously. I plan to one day. It just hasn't happened yet. What am I doing? This they have to be in order on my shelf. So, what else do I have? This one. And I have Whoops. Also haven't read it. Whoops. And then Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom. Trying to keep them looking nice and organized, but it does not always happen that way. Alright, there's that shelf. Done. So, to answer another question. Have you ever read a book set in the city where you live? How was it? No, I have not. I am from a very, very small town in Arizona. It's not a town anymore. It's a city now. But when I lived there, it was a small town. And, I'm talking middle of nowhere. So, no, I have not read any books based in that town. There's no way anybody would write a book about our town. But it'd be cool. But no, definitely not. Let's do one more question. If you were forced to pick one favorite book, what book would you pick? I can't choose just one. I cannot. That's like asking your favorite child. I can't do it. Let's see if I got anything on here. So, no, I cannot answer that question. Next shelf is my powerless shelf, which is my favorite. If I had to pick a favorite, it might be powerless. But I can't pick a favorite. I have too many favorites. So, we're going to carefully remove these. These were gifts from my best friend. Shout out to you, Hannah. I'm sure you're watching this. Because you're amazing. You're the best friend ever. I just stuck my tongue. That really hurt. Okay. Okay. My beautiful powerless shelf. I don't know if you can see that actually. Let me try and move this down a little bit more. That might be better. Okay, you're going to see me a little less now. So now I have my 3 lowest shelves. So let me see if I can figure out. Excuse the terrible whatever layout I have for this. This is how I have to do it for my lower shelves. So I'm actually just going to do my lower 6 shelves here in one shot. And then do the top 3 afterwards. So we're going to work our way down and up now. So I will say that the rest of these shelves are fantasy / romantasy. So I'm gonna go ahead and take these down. These are a mix, except for this one, but I didn't really know where else to put it, so it lives here. I'm just gonna take these down. Oh, that's where I should put that. I'm dumb. Okay. Let's put these over here. I have a lot of Jennifer Lynn Barnes books. I have not read them yet. So if anybody has read any of these, the Inheritance Games series, please let me know what you thought of it. One day I plan to read them. It hasn't happened yet, so one day. I have been getting allergies more, and then I clean my bookshelves. Makes sense. So I have Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. I can't read. It's fine. And then I have Wonka by Roald Dahl. I've never read this either, but you know, it could be fun. Maybe. I might have to read that one of these days. And then I found this online. I think it was on Pango Books. If any of you are familiar with Pango. This Night Circus clock that is just really cute. And it's just for decoration for my Night Circus shelf. Okay. And then I have a lot of random ones here. I have House of Marion by J.L., which I started, but I haven't finished it. So I don't know if I recommend it or not. But it was interesting so far. So I might have to finish that in the future. And then here we go with a lot of my Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I thought it had more than this, but apparently I only have 3. I have other ones somewhere. I don't know where they went now. I know I have other ones somewhere. But I have these. So, it's back. And then I have Alchemy of Secrets, which is Stephanie Garber's first adult fantasy. Whoops. And I have not finished it, but I plan to. So we're gonna put that up here because I didn't even think about putting it in my Stephanie Garber shelf. So that's where that's gonna go. And then, oh, there's the other ones. I put them over here. The other Jennifer Lynn Barnes Inheritance Games books. These I'm really interested in. So, like one of these days, I'm gonna pick this series up. But it hasn't happened yet. And then I have the Atlas 6 by Olivia Blake. Haven't read it yet. You're gonna notice a pattern. And then I have Monsters Born and Made by Tanvi Burwa. So, haven't read that one yet either. Put those back there. And then I have At Love's Command, which I have not read yet. But I got that in a small bookstore a while ago, so that's fun. Oh, jeez Louise. Everything is gonna fall. Please just stay where I put you. Please. Just stay. And then I'll put this here so it doesn't fall. There we go. Are you kidding me? And then you're gonna fall too? Okay. Let's hope for the best on that. So, let's go to this lower shelf. I have some flowers, just for decoration. I have this owl that, it's very dusty. My sister actually painted, and she was letting me use it in the background of some of my Harry Potter videos I was going to make, but then I didn't end up making them, so sorry sis, I need to give this back to you. But he just sits on the shelf and he's really cute. And then this is another one that's very fantasy heavy, which most of my books are, to be honest. That's my favorite genre. So we go ahead and clean this shelf, and then I will get into what books I have on the shelf. So now that that's done, this video is going to be very interesting. I hope you guys are enjoying this. I just kind of decided to use it as content because I'm like, well, I might as well get a video out of it if I have to clean. And I've been meaning to do a bookshelf tour for a while, so I figured 2 birds, 1 stone. So I don't know, I hope you guys are enjoying it. Yeah, let's answer. Oh, my puppy fell asleep. She's so cute up there. Obsessed with that dog. Both my dogs, to be honest. Okay, next question. What adjectives attract you to a book? Heartwarming, funny, sad, terrifying. Considering I usually read like fantasy and romantasy, I would say the things that attract me most to a book are like magical, whimsical, fairy tale. Those are what I look for. What's a book that a lot of people hated that you enjoyed? Powerless. I feel like there's no better answer. The answer is Powerless. The amount of people that hate that book, I will never understand, but to each their own. There's a lot of books that people like that I don't, so there you go. So, let's get into the books that I have in this area. Actually, let's do these first. I have Babel by R.F. Kuang, which, again, I haven't read yet. I have Belladonna and Adeline Grace. Again, I haven't read it yet. I'm sensing a theme. Most of my physical TBR has not been read. I have Ruling Destiny by Alison Noel. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it because there's something on top of it, but yeah. And then I have Foxglove by Adeline Grace. That also goes with this one. Do that. And then that one here. And then I have Voice of the Ocean, which I'm thinking of selling this one because I'm not a huge fan of Kelsey anymore for personal reasons. So I might add this one to my, what's it called? My Pango bookstore. I think I'm gonna have to actually, so I'm gonna take that off my shelf. And then I have Torch Against the Night by Sabbath Tahir, which is one of my favorite series of all time. And then I have Sense and Sensibility by Jane Austen, which I found this at a Barnes & Noble. And it was just the prettiest. Wait. No, I think this one I got on Pango. Yeah, this one I got on Pango. I do have some classics that I found at Barnes & Noble that are very pretty. But that one I got on Pango. And I can actually fill up more of the shelf. So that's good to know. Let's clear this one. Oh no. Let's put it back for now. Okay. This one's going to be a very random mix of books. But you know what? That's fine. It is what it is. And there's nothing I can do about it. So, clean this bookshelf. Starting with the shelf. I have The Last Letter from Your Lover by Jojo Moyes. And if anybody has seen this movie on Netflix with Shailene Woodley and Callum Turner, I'm obsessed. I'm still obsessed with it. I love it. It's so good. I haven't finished the book, but the movie I rewatch all the time. All the time. If you haven't seen it, you should go watch it because it's a great movie. And then I have Midnight Library by Matt Haig. Page. I don't know how you pronounce his last name, but haven't read it yet either, but I'm very excited to read it in the future. I've heard great things about it, so definitely going to be reading that at some point. And then these are what I was talking about. Okay. Do I have another one or just this one? I want to say I have another one somewhere. I could be wrong. This copy of Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. I got this at Barnes & Noble. They had like a ton of classics with really, really pretty covers and everything, and like pages. So I had to grab that. So, I haven't read very many classics, but I plan to. And then I was obsessed with these books when I was a kid. I know I have another one somewhere. It might be in a box still. But Violet's Foreign Intrigue. These were written. Who are these written by? Martha Finley. So I don't know if any of you guys have ever read these, but they had them for all of the American Girl dolls, and I was obsessed. I read these all the time. All the time. That was that. And then I have The Half King by Melissa Landers, and The Wren in the Holly Library by K.A. Lind. I'm not sure how to pronounce some of these authors' names, so forgive me on that. I have The Song That Moves the Sun by Anna Bright, and I have These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong. Ones that I plan to read in the future, which, you know, it's a theme, but it's okay. I have Sisters of Sword and Song by Rebecca Ross. Oh, there's some dust on that. Okay. And then Afterlife by Melissa De La Cruz. So, sounds interesting. And then, actually realizing doing this, that I actually have more room on some shelves than I thought I did. So that's good to know. Because I have 2 piles of books on my dresser that I haven't been able to put on my shelves. So, this is hopeful. And then I lastly have Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier. I was inspired to get this one from a booktuber that I watch. So, she talked very highly about it, so I figured I should read it. Have I read it yet? I've read parts of it. I'll say that. I haven't read the whole thing yet. Okay. Now we'll move on to this side. This is gonna be fun. How am I gonna do this? Okay. I don't think you're gonna be able to see this side as well, but it's fine. We're gonna make it work. So, off. Some of these are heavy. start with these. I have some poetry books. Trying to think of the name of it. Poetry book. Swimming Lessons by Lily Reinhardt, because I'm a big fan of her. And then I have one called In Between Daydreams by Erin Toomey. She's a YouTuber, a Disney YouTuber I used to watch a lot. She doesn't make videos anymore, but she made some really great poetry. So, like those. And then I have A Little in Love by Suzanne E. Fletcher. I'm a big fan of Les Mis, so when I read that there was a Eponine story, I had to read it. So I have read it, and I cried. It's very good. It's her side of the events and what happened, and it's heartbreaking, as you would expect. So one thing, this is very random. I read this book when I was probably 12 or so, called The Serious Kiss by Mary Hogan, and I was obsessed with it at the time, and then I don't know where that copy went, so I had to order a new one. But this book is very interesting. If you haven't read it, I recommend you read it. It's just a fun time. Honestly, it's interesting. It's the best word I could think of for it. Rules of Summer by Joanna Philbin. I got this a long time ago, and I read it at that time. I don't remember if I loved it or not, but it was interesting. It was fun. Yeah, it was fun at the time. I don't think I'd be interested in it now, but I have the Dictionary of Obscure Sorrows by John Colwyn. Again, something I was not recommended. Something I was influenced by a YouTuber, and it's just interesting. It's a lot of interesting words that I wouldn't have thought about, so I like it. I appreciate having it. And then I have A Wilderness of Stars by Shay Earnshaw. I don't plan on finishing this, but it's interesting. Yeah, I'm not going to finish it, but I'll keep it anyway, because why not? And then these are going to be heavy. Did You Hear About Kitty Carr by Crystal Smith Paul? This is one that was Reese's book club pick, I guess. And I don't remember where I think I got it from Walmart, but I have not read it. I have the only other Erin Morgenstern book besides The Night Circus, which is Starless Sea. So I started it, but I haven't finished it. But I plan to finish it someday. Someday. It'll happen. We don't have to worry about it. The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by B. Schwab. I haven't finished it, but actually, no. I've barely started it, so I'll have to start it again. But, yeah. The Book of Longings by Sue Monk Kidd. Have not read it yet. Maybe someday. And Among the Beasts and Briars by Ashley Poston. This is one of my favorite novels. It's so good. Easily 5 stars. Read it. Go read it if you haven't. It's excellent. I loved it. Alright, the next shelf. Is actually getting to be not fun anymore. But, oh, you know what? Let's take a break and answer some questions. That's what we can do. Alright. Do you keep track of quotes you like from books? How and where? I don't keep track of them necessarily. If I see a quote that I really love, then I will add it to like my notes in my phone, or I'll use it as like a caption on my Tumblr or my Instagram. But for the most part, I don't collect like quotes from things. Did you read a lot as a child or as a teenager? Yes, I would definitely say I read more as a kid and as a teenager. Well, yeah, as a teenager too. I read a lot as a kid. I was a big reader. And then I took a pretty long break. And now I'm back into it again. And I love it. Do you read any other forms of written media, i.e. magazines, comic books, fanfics, or newspaper? I used to read fanfics when I was in high school, but I don't really read them anymore. I don't know why. There's nothing wrong with fanfiction. I haven't read it in a long time. But I used to be big into reading Glee fanfiction. That was like my favorite thing in the entire world when I was in high school. So, if that tells you a little bit about who I was in high school, it's embarrassing, but it's fine. What's a book that is usually very polarizing, but you feel very neutral about? I guess I could say Powerless for that, because a lot of people think it's copyrighted. I don't think it is. I don't think she copied anyone. Of course, I haven't read The Red Queen to know if it was copied from there or not, but I don't see how she copied The Hunger Games at all, other than the idea that it's about a competition, but a lot of books have that these days, so I guess I could go with that one. Let's answer one more. If you track your reading, how many books have you read so far this year? I do track my reading. I use Goodreads, and my link for that is always in the description below if you want to follow me or see what I'm reading. Right now, I have read 12 books so far this year. So, not terrible. But I have 50 as my goal, so I definitely need to increase that soon. So, I have a lot of books on my currently reading. I think I have like 10 books on my currently reading. So, I have a lot to get through. But, I plan to get through all of them. Let's start here. So, books that I have on the shelf. I have Ink, Blood, Sister Scribe by Emma Torres, and this is a book of the month book. I think this was the first book of the month book that I got. So, haven't read it yet, but it's on the list. I have Where the Crawdads Sing by Delia Owens. Delia? I don't know how to pronounce some of these people's names. Forgive me. The Last Tale of the Flower Bride by Roshani Chukchi. I'm so sorry, guys. My name pronunciation is awful. Starling House by Alex E. Harrow, and this is one I really want to read. I've heard so many good things about it. I can't wait to read that one. I have This Woven Kingdom by Tahara Mafi. Also heard really good things about that one too. The Shadows Between Us by Trisha Levenseller. And I love edges like this. Sprayed edges are one of my favorite things ever. So pretty. Oh, love it. I have A Magic Steeped in Poison by Judy I. Lin. Another one I got on Pango. These Infinite Threads by Tahara Mafi. Have Lake's Edge by Lyndall Clipstone. A lot of these I got on Pango. There's some really good deals you can get on Pango if you haven't used it before. Highly recommend it. Hotel Magnifique by Emily J. Taylor. Some of these I feel like I want to save for like fall time because they just feel like good fall books. Gothicana by Brune Nix. And then last but not least, Divine Rivals by Rebecca Ross, which I have started. I haven't finished it, but I plan to. So, I've also heard nothing but good things about that one as well, so I'm excited for that one. Okay. Clean this off. Some other classics I got at Barnes and Noble. Oh, this one's really bad. This is really embarrassing. It's just showing that I need to clean my bookshelves a lot more often than I do. It's fine. Everyone does this, right? Everyone puts off cleaning like this. Okay, so now I have Where She Went by Gail Forman. I have To All the Boys I've Loved Before by Jenny Han. And Hunted, which is a House of Night novel. PC Cast and Krista Cast. I really liked those novels when I was younger. I haven't read them in a long time, so I don't know how I would feel about them now, but I have Six Scorched Roses by Carissa Broadbent. I have The Stars Are Dying by Chloe C. Pinion. I'm not going to try to pronounce that. I'll butcher it. And then I have The Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde and Peter Pan by J.M. Barrie. And these are two classics that I found at Barnes & Noble that are so pretty. I love really pretty classics like that. And then I have Air by Saba Tahir, which I'm so excited to read once I finish the first series. And Ember in the Ashes by Saba Tahir. And then, lastly, but not least at all, I have my Bibles. This one I've had for a long time. My parents got this one engraved with my initial, or my name on it. And then this is a little newer one, but cannot have a bookshelf without these on it. That we can move to standing back up. Yay! Now we can do the top 3 shelves. So, with that being said, I'll be right back. Alright, so now let's do the last 3 shelves. Starting with my baby. My Stephanie Garber shelf. I'm a big fan of her books, so. Now, my Stephanie Garber books. So I have obviously the Caraval series. I need to put this right side. Oh. And then trying to figure out how I'm going to do this. And then it's my beautiful Stephanie Garber shelf. I am obsessed with her books. Now, ooh, this one's gonna be harder to do. Ooh. Okay. So, one of my favorite characters in the Haunted Mansion is Madame Leota. So, my sister and brother-in-law got me this for Christmas, and I love her. She stays, she's so pretty. She stays on my Disney shelf, and she's gorgeous. I love her. And then another year, they got me this plaque. It's Haunted Mansion, which I love. So, put that back where it belongs. Make sure we stay. We're supposed to. And then this is a book that my aunt wrote about one of her dogs, Diana. And it's really cute, and I love it. And it reminds me of my family, so I love it. It's so cute. And then I have the 700 newest Disney trivia questions. And then I got this on Amazon, a Disney devotionals. It's very interesting, so thought that was fun. Then I also have a random photo thing from Disney Movie Club of Aladdin. So. And now I have Grimm's Complete Fairy Tales. I have Long Live the Pumpkin Queen by Shay Earnshaw. And I have a Walt Disney Film Archives of the animated movies, which is really cool. And then I have Once Upon a Time. I think this is based on season 1. And then one of my favorite books of all time is Beasley. So, have to have a copy of that, of course. And then I have other trinkets that go in here. So, wait, is this the only other one? Yeah. I have Lumiere that I got at Disneyland. He's so cute. I want to get a clockwork too, but I haven't done that yet, so one day. So now, I'm going to move, my monstrous, Cassandra Clare shelf. Oh. Yeah, I would say Cassandra Clare is one of my all-time favorite authors. So. And I'll answer a few more questions to end this very long video. Thank you so much for sticking around if you've stuck through the whole thing. So I have sword catcher, obviously. I have two. Where's the first one? Where's the first one? I'm going to put this one in the back. City of Ashes. I'll have to kind of maneuver books here because I have too many of them. Oh, there's City of Glass. I have City of Glass. These are not going to be in order, but it's fine. It won't bother me. Except these are going to have to go together. City of Bones. Well, maybe I'll put that one at the back too. So, The Rock Picker King. Haven't read it yet. Watching Old Lady Midnight. And I have the Infernal Devices series. My faves. And then I have Better in Black, which I haven't read yet, but I plan to read this very soon. Chain of Thorns. I can't read that yet, but I will when I get there. And then I have another copy of, oh no, Chain of Gold. This goes on top. There. So, that is my bookshelf tour. And that is my clean with me because I desperately needed it. And I figured why not make a video at the same time. So I'm going to answer a few more questions for the end of this. And then I'm going to call it a day because I'm exhausted and this took me over an hour to film. So, fun. Answer a few more questions. Are you in any book clubs? If not, have you been in one? I'm not currently in any book clubs. I wouldn't mind joining one in the future if I found one, but I am not currently. Do you ever have reading slumps? If yes, what causes them? Yes, all the time. The biggest thing that causes them for me is my mood reading. So if I lose the mood to read something, sometimes that means I don't want to read anything. And it's really bad. I need to work on it. But yes, I definitely get reading slumps a lot. Is there a genre you wish you liked more? Not really, no. How do you feel about ambiguous or open endings? I don't mind them if they're done well. Some ambiguous and open endings can be done really well. So if they're done well, then I love it. Let's see. Do you write? Do you have any interest in writing? Yes. So I want to do a whole WIP, work in progress, book that I'm writing right now. I want to do a whole video on that. And I want to do some other AuthorTube videos. So if you guys have any ideas on what you want to see, feel free to leave that in the comments. But yes, I do write. I'm currently working on 2 novels. And then I'm working on a children's book series that I'm almost done with the 2nd book now. And I'm hoping to get that published soon. We'll see how it goes. And pray for me because it's been an interesting process. But yes, I do write. And I'm planning on publishing one day soon. So that's been a goal of mine since I was like 8 years old. Do you have any signed books or special editions? Yes, I have quite a few. I'm not going to show them all now because I just got my bookshelf back in order. But yeah, I do have quite a few. Maybe I can do a little like TikTok video about my signed books if anyone wants to see that, or I can do like a shorts on YouTube. Let me know if you want to see it. And then we'll do one more question. What are some films or TV shows that have done justice to the book? I don't know for sure about justice because I haven't read the books, but I will say the Lord of the Rings movies, The Hobbits, the Harry Potter movies to me are better than the books. Yeah, I haven't read the Lord of the Rings or the Hobbit books, but I love the movies, so I would say those easily did justice. And I'll end on one more. I do most of my reading at night, on my commute, etc. I do most of my reading at night. Like right as I'm winding down to go to bed, I'll read for a little while. I'll sometimes read like throughout the day if I have time, or if I have like nothing really going on and I have the mood, I'm in the mood to read, then I will. But most of the time it's at night. So thank you so much for watching if you've watched the whole video. I know this one's going to be quite long, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope this is a good idea. We'll see if this even makes it to YouTube. Who knows? But I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. And I love you.